What is up, achievers? How is everybody doing? Welcome back to yet another video on my channel. If you're somebody new here, thank you so much for dropping by. I'm so glad you found this channel. My name is 𝐷𝗚𝐺𝐻. I'm an Amazon FBA seller, and I've been selling on Amazon now a little over a year. And this video is a part of a series of videos regarding shipments and shipment related FAQs. And in this video, we're going to be discussing a simple but very commonly asked question, which is, do you need a freight forwarder to ship your products for Amazon FBA? So before we begin the video, let me announce the winner from the previous video. Hit me up on Facebook Messenger and we can set up a call for you. If you want to win a one-on-one consultation call with me, it's very simple. Just drop a comment down below, say hi, write a question. I'll pick a random winner. But don't forget to like the video if you enjoy the content, or even dislike it if you don't. But make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I will be taking your feedbacks and making great content in the coming days. So subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so that you are informed if you win the consultation call with me. Alright, without any further ado, let's get in the video and we will discuss the pros and cons of having or not having a freight forwarder to send your products to Amazon FBA. Alright guys, so first I would like to ask you all, what do you think? If you're a new seller who's watching this video, or if you're a professional seller who's been selling from a long time, please drop your ideas and your opinions down below in the comments so that I and other people in this community get an understanding of what are the pros and cons of having or not having a freight forwarder. And if you were to not have a freight forwarder, at which stage would that come into play? Alright guys, well, in my opinion, if you're somebody who's just about to start out, or who's somebody in the early stages of starting your Amazon FBA business, it really makes a lot of sense to have a freight forwarder. Now, why is that? First of all, it takes a lot of responsibility out of your hands, and it's basically delegating responsibility to a different company or a different person to take care of the shipment. You as an entrepreneur and an Amazon seller, your job primarily should be to find a market and discover a product in that market. Once you do that, your job should be about branding the product. Your job should be about discovering the supplier. Just like you're not manufacturing your products with your own hands, you're basically just going out there in the market and discovering a rightful supplier or a rightful manufacturer for your product who can deliver your product on time and with great quality to you. Just think about this in a similar way. You can just go ahead out there in the market and find specialists and experts to take care of the shipping for you, because the shipping process is very complicated, especially if it's an ocean shipment. If you're going to be dealing with an air shipment, it's not that very complicated, because with air shipment you simply have to schedule a pickup and delivery, and a little bit of paperwork will be here and there, which would basically explain to the shipping company, which could be FedEx, DHL, UPS, that what are the constituents of the product that you're going to be shipping, what is the price value of the product, who's going to be manufacturing it, who's the contact person, who is importing it, and what is the reason of the product being imported in the country. Now that country could be USA, that country could be UK, that country could be India, based on whichever marketplace you're targeting at. But when you are going to ship a little bit more in larger quantities, it only makes sense for you to avail ocean shipment, because with air shipment your costs are going to go really high and you're not going to be able to fetch in or scoop in a lot of margin out of your product. So it really makes sense for you, even if you are you can say an intermediate seller who's actually about to place a bigger order, or who's actually going to place an order for the future, to go and discover the method of ocean shipment, because ocean shipment really helps you reduce the cost of your shipping as much as about 60%, sometimes even 80%. For example, the amount of money it takes me to send in 500 units of my product by air is the same as the amount it takes me to send in 2000 units of my product by ship. So you can imagine the magnitude of difference of cost that comes in if you go by ocean shipment. This also gives you a leverage in the market, because if you are somebody who can ocean ship their products, you can actually really bring the cost of product down, and which means that you can give a better offering to the customer on Amazon, and which could give you an edge over other competitors. So you really have to think forward, and you have to think about ocean shipping your products. Now with ocean shipment, a lot of complexities come in. I'm not going to be going through every stage that is involved, but at a very high level, as soon as your products are ready at Amazon, the products first of all need to be ported to the nearest port, which could be a port in China. Once they reach at the port, you have to pay the port fees. It would be the cost of your products being occupying a space at the port. Apart from that, you're also needing to pay customs fee at the port of origin, and there'll be a lot of paperwork which you wouldn't even be able to understand if for example you're shipping from China, because most of the documents in China are actually filled in Chinese. So you won't be able to understand that. Once your products are ready, you need to actually schedule a pickup with one of the shipping companies or the companies who actually drive the shipping vessels on the ocean. And once they do that, they're going to be loading your products and shipping it off into the ocean, and it'll take about 3 to 4 weeks, wherein in most cases you won't really even get accurate tracking of your products. You really will not have any idea about where your products are. Now that's going to happen even if you hire a freight forwarder, because ocean shipment is a little mysterious. It's not going to be as predictable and as live as an air shipment. With air shipment, your products are always secured in terms of tracking. You always are informed as to which location your products are at. But with ocean shipment, you gotta be really a bit more patient. And you also need to have a lot of buffer time in your hand when you're doing ocean shipments. Apart from that, once your product reaches the port in your country, for example, if it reaches the port in USA, you also have to pay customs fee, you have to do your customs declaration. Sometimes your products might even get inspected by customs officers, and that will also incur a fee. So there are a lot of hidden fees when you're doing ocean shipment, and you really don't want to deal with this yourself, especially if you're not a company. Apart from that, a very common thing that a lot of sellers are asking nowadays is that, do you really need a company to import products in the USA? Do you really need a customs bond to import product in USA? Well, I'm going to answer this once and for all. You really don't need that. You don't need a company. You do not need a customs bond. Not when you're starting out. You may need this when you are a professional seller, when you're importing in bulk, when you're really importing high volumes of product at a very expensive price. But otherwise, you do not need to have your own customs bond. Alright guys, so I hope you get an idea of how complicated an ocean shipment could be, and these are all the reasons why you really want to hire a freight forwarding company. Now the company I deal with, they're absolutely amazing, they're absolutely transparent, they always are to the point, they always do even a preliminary check. If I ever come across a new product that I want to really place an order with a supplier, I first of all, even before placing an order, I actually run the product through them. I ask them exactly what are the certifications that you would need, what are the requirements that you would have for shipping this product, because sometimes some products have a lot of issues when they need to be shipped across the ocean. For example, recently I discovered an amazing product on Amazon which could really be a big hit, at least for a certain amount of time, at least for this year's Q4, but it had a liquid component in it. So I ran this through my freight forwarder, and they told me that it is possible to ship it, but they themselves wouldn't be able to do that because there is a risk involved and they wouldn't want to take a chance with the shipment. So they advised me to steer away from that product or find another freight forwarder. Now they have been super frank with me. Not every company is usually super frank with you. Sometimes they just would want to make a buck here and there, and they would actually take up your shipment. But my company is absolutely transparent. So let me know if you would like to be connected with them, and if you would like to use them. I will connect you guys together, and then you can take it forward from there. So that is the sole reason. Also, here's a small announcement. I'm going to be actually having a small I don't know if it's going to be live, it depends on the internet connection, but I'm going to be having a small Q&A session with my shipping agent on YouTube. So if you have any more questions regarding shipping your products, about whether it's about custom bonds, whether it's about shipping, whether it's about certifications, whether it's about anything at all, just drop your questions down below in the comments and I will ensure that all of those questions are answered in that video. I'm going to be shooting that within the next 3-4 days, so make sure you drop them down below in the comments and you hit subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you are notified when I make another video. Alright, I hope this video brought you value. If it did, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps spread the word, and if you did not like the video, hit dislike and let me know what you did not like and I will try and work on it. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care, find your next product and crush it in this Q4. Alright guys, well, if you were thinking that why am I sweating, I have to actually turn on the fan because it gets really noisy and I wouldn't want anyone of you to miss a beat or a word, and that is why it's actually very hot here. I don't have an air conditioning outside in my drawing room. There is an AC in the room inside, but I just find this more comfortable. This is going to be my workspace. Unfortunately, I don't have an air conditioner here, but it's going to be winter soon, so I am not really bothered. But thank you very much for watching. And by the way, I just got this new book by 𝐻𝐵 Expert Secrets. I'll see how does this change my future paths. I'm going to be starting to read that sometime this week.